the Chase Thomas Podcast, for people who have nothing but time to kill.
But Tennessee got an inordinately bad whistle, even for playing on the road in the SEC, I thought, yesterday.
Final thing on Tennessee basketball before we go into this week here, Ryan. Freddie Dilione gets a lot of first half run. I thought the main thing that sticks out with him, and he flashes in this regard, he has no fear pushing the ball and driving inside. Like, that guy is totally comfortable doing things that Tennessee just does not have. Like, even Zakai, when he's driving, he's looking to pass. Like, Zakai is keeping his eyes up. He's looking around to see if Josiah is in the corner, Vescovi is in the corner. Like, he's not looking to score. He'll take it if he's there. But, I mean, Zakai would rather shoot a deep three than shoot really close to the rim when he's navigating inside. Dilione is looking to draw contact. And he got a no call at one point where he gets smacked in the head. It was early in the game on a fast break.
Transition.
Yes. Yeah. And he just is looking for it. But I think he was careful because he's like, Barnes going to pull me if I go a little angry here, if I really get emotional about this non-call. But I thought he flashed. I mean, he got crossed up at one point on defense early. But, like, look, he's going to have to play to work through that and also build his confidence. Like, that's a tough environment, everything else. Like, I thought Dilione flashed a little bit. And then Cam Carr, you wonder, is he, because he's obviously not in the rotation, JB Estrella, those guys, he's not. Barnes has shrunk his rotation big time coming out of CC play. But, I mean, Gainey is just, it's over. Like, it's just, he takes one shot, no, he misses it. He has no confidence whatsoever. I don't know what you do here from Office Space with Gainey at this point, because Dilione at least adds something. I know what Dilione's going to do. Dilione's going to attack. And Dilione, I think, will start drawing fouls, and I think he will have value. And we talked about it off air. He should be the Zakai primary backup ball handler. I think we're now at that point where he needs to get those minutes. When Zakai sits, I think those need to go to Dilione. And then Cam Carr, it's like, are you sure Cam Carr can't do what Gainey's doing at this point and give him some run? I don't know. Are we too hard on where Gainey is at as a player right now, or especially compounded with Vescovi just shooting the way he is to this point, that I think there is a fair argument that Carr needs to be reinserted into this rotation, especially for Gainey at this point.
I don't think you're being unfair about where Gainey is right now. I think it's maybe a little bit unfair to just like write it off that it's impossible for him to turn it around. I'll start with Freddie. That was my biggest takeaway from the Mississippi State game, is what you said, is that if Zakai is not on the court, Freddie needs to be the backup point guard. Like, that's a definitive role, and look, like, that's not committing too much because Zakai plays so many minutes.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's ideal. You would hope that can grow into him taking some of Jordan Gainey's minutes and playing the two spot some. I'm a little skeptical of how those two guys fit on the court together. You know, Freddie and Zakai are just both so ball dominant. That I not that it can't work, but I'm just unsure of exactly how that works. Now, yeah, I mean, the way Gainey's playing right now, like, it's just tough to have him in there, and I don't think Cam Carr is an answer from a shooting standpoint. Like, I don't think he's going to come in and be like some massive upgrade over Vescovi or Gainey from as a whole as a shooter, but again, Gainey's struggling, so I don't think it's crazy to give him a look. I still think it's, if you asked me right now, the four freshmen, Tennessee's playing in Sweet 16, rank the probability of them playing 7 minutes in this game, I would probably have Cam Carr last. Still. Because I think Freddie's growing into that role, and I think they need one of Cade Phillips or Estrella to step up and be able to give them some minutes. I don't know which one it is, which one it'll be. I wish they could put Cade Phillips' game in JP Estrella's body. I think that's what they need, the toughness and physicality Cade Phillips plays with in JP Estrella's frame. I just struggle to see the path for Cam Carr, even though you laid it out. I'm just a little skeptical. I'm just not sure he's really there yet.
Well, to start SEC play, Gainey is 1 for 7, excuse me. He has one total 3 to this point. He's shooting on the road just as a whole this year. Like, on the road. Doesn't even have to include SEC play. 24% from 3. It's a lot of threes. I mean, it's just been, like, there's just no other way to put it. Like, unfortunately, it's like he's been a disaster. And it hasn't mattered because you have gotten a lot of great play across the board. And like you said, he can still turn it around, but I do wonder how much longer you do this before other guys also on the team look around where they're like, because I think that could be natural, right? Where if you're Carr, you're like, or Dilione, you're like, what, like, obviously coaches on staff. Like, what more? Like, or why am I not getting a look here? Why? Like, how much longer can the struggles really go before you're like, look, we got to make a change. Like, we have to show that we're willing to go a different way if you're not playing well, regardless of who you are. Because like you do with Triple J. Like Triple J did not have it, and he's a super senior and everything else. Like it's I mean, confidence from Rick Barnes, and he has that kind of respect where he can be like, nope, sorry, don't care. This is a whoever's playing well, I'm riding. And Meshack was who we rode over Triple J at the end. Like, I don't know. We'll see where that goes.
Yeah, I mean, he played 13 minutes yesterday, so it's not like they're leaving him out there to play 20 minutes a night. So
I mean, 13 minutes matter. Those 13 minutes matter in these games.
Yeah, certainly
These
they
are gonna
do.
be close games. These are going to be a lot of close games, and that could be like if it -6 in those 13 minutes, that could be a difference beating Kentucky.
Yeah, I don't see the night and day answer. I mean, can't you?
Yeah.
You said he's 1 of 7 from 3 on the road, or the SEC
His
play
last
1
three
of 7
games,
and
yeah,
3.
in the SEC, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a bad number. Cam Carr shooting 2 of 8 against worse teams. So
Yeah.
again, where's the immediate answer? But no, I would say from a pure, not necessarily a matchup standpoint, because I think that would still be defending, good physical post players would be Tennessee's biggest issue. But from where like the weak link in the rotation is, it's no doubt who's going besides Jemai Meshack, who's going to play that second guard spot off the bench.
Ryan Schumpert, switching to football here. If the Vols land Heard, the offensive tackle, which is still, we don't know when that might be officially announced. It seems like everything is pointing to Tennessee winding up with the former 5-star offensive tackle from LSU. I mean, the cousin's already in the boat with, is it Jamarius Heard? Jamarius Heard, right? And then it's Zalance Heard, who'll be coming in, going by Lance. But, part of the class, Rome, Georgia. He might be an offensive line, might be defensive line. We'll see what he does once he gets to campus in a full off season, this, that, and the other. But I mean, if Tennessee lands Heard and he's your left tackle going into next year, you move John Campbell to right. Are you comfortable with where Tennessee is going to be with the offensive line going into 2024? If they end it just with Heard,
It's a scale thing, but yes. Like I think Tennessee would have upgraded their offensive line over last year, in my opinion. If you land Heard, now is that good enough to win the SEC? No, I don't think so. Unless Nico's just unbelievable and can do a lot of the same things Hendon Hooker did. Expanding plays and making stuff off script, which we've seen some of. But when you're talking about what Tennessee was going to be able to fix it in this offseason, I don't think they could have done too much better. Sure, you'd probably like to add another body at guard. I'm forgetting the guy's name, but the kid from Armand, Reed Adams, I think was his name, the kid from Kansas who went to A&M. I think you would have liked from the fact that he's a solid guard and can also play tackle if called upon. But as a whole, I mean, bringing the guys they brought back.
Nicely done, nephew. The Chase Thomas podcast. Hell yeah.